Hey YouTube, yeah, quick video today because I don't really know much about this guitar. I got it in because the electrics weren't working. This is my pal's nephew's, I think. So we've got a very nice looking little telly. I like this. It's got a really good finish on it. I don't think it's a particularly expensive guitar. It's kind of, this sort of wood doesn't look it doesn't look premium, but I mean, I think I really like the look of it. It's got pickups that say noiseless on it. I think this might be something else. This might be like a stacked bucker or something like that. It sounds sort of funny. Maple neck with a separate fingerboard and a sort of strat tail headstock, which normally really offends me on a telly, but on this one I'm getting, it's alright, I can take it. So that's the bridge pickup, which to me sounds a little bit heavier. I need to have a look at it properly, see if it's got if it's got more wires to it, or measure the output of it. So it seems a bit thick for a telly pickup, not as bright, whereas if you go to the middle position, it sounds very like a telly. Neck pickup as well. What's wrong with this was it was basically just the switch was dirty. It's the same switch which I've just bought another version of. It was the same switch that was in the Blazer that didn't work, and the same switch that was in that's still in my Squire Bullet, the made in Japan sort of oak Grigsby type thing. So my experience of them is that they're not really that brilliant. They're expensive and they're good, but they seem to duck up dead quickly. It's still a wee bit noisy. What I think I might do is I might double wire it, which I've never heard done before, but I can see how it should work, because basically a switch has got two sides to it, so you're only using one side just now. Or maybe not if it's a telly one. I'll need to have a look at it and see what I can do. I cleaned it with a switch cleaner and sandpaper, but still I'm not 100% confident with it yet. Stick a wee jam in. Being a strat headstock's also a strat neck, so it feels quite thin. It's not as chunky as a telly normally is. I'm going to raise that bridge back up a bit and make quite a big difference to it. I'll do that live so you can see what difference that makes. Bridge back up sitting a bit low, and maybe that's why it's not quite sounding like telly quite as much as I wanted. Maybe a wee bit brighter now, hopefully. Is it going to be brighter? US Dream distortion pedal. Maybe it does something like a telly bridge pickup actually. Nines on it as well. Nines would just make it even more bendier than it would normally be, because I've been playing acoustic the last weekends. I've decided my thing over the sort of Christmas break is I'm going to make a total effort to play more acoustic, but I do like tellies. There's something about tellies, and the thing which I think tellies have so much more than strats for some reason is a telly is a telly, whereas a strat kind of you get an awful lot that's kind of, it's not really like a Fender one, whereas a telly is like two bits of wood nailed together, and there's not really that much to get wrong with a telly, because the bridge, you don't have the tremolo, and okay, like a proper strat tremolo, right? When you get like a really cheap one, because there's lots of parts to it and stuff, it becomes a bit rubbish. Whereas a telly bridge is kind of just a bent piece of metal, so even a real one, okay, it might weigh a bit more or whatever, but same sort of thing. So I think maybe actually my next trade Tuesday I should maybe try and get myself a Fender telly to go with the Fender Strat. That would be quite interesting, because I do have about 10 tellies, but none Fender ones. Yeah, so first I don't know that much about this guitar. It does have expensive parts on it. It's got Fender tuners, which I believe are Mexican, because these sort of square ones, I put them on a guitar before. The pickup says noiseless on it, so I don't know. I don't imagine they're cheap ones. It's got expensive pots, and it's got the Japanese switch, and it's got one of those orange drop capacitors in it, so it's like no expenses spared. But the principle of it, you just start off with a nice, decent, solid piece of wood, which this is. Stick a neck on it, stick a Strat neck on it, stick a telly neck on it, whatever you fancy. and you end up with a good solid guitar. And it's like, you just don't see tellies cheap ever. I try and snaffle them up whenever I see them, but they don't come around very often. I mean, if this was a Strat, this is just worth so much more as a telly, just because they're so much more desirable. And again, I think part of because there's so little to it, there's so little to get wrong, so you can get like a pure basic one, which I suppose this pretty much is. It's just a telly, but it really does the job. I really like it. So not so much a review really, because I can't really review it because I think it's a partscaster of some description. The owner said his uncle made it for him, so it's like sort of bits together and he's not scrimped on the parts. Equally saying that, I don't know whether that was just luck or whether he got someone to assemble it, because I mean, I've seen plenty of parts guitars that I think, see if you buy like Warmoth parts or something like that, you know, you're paying £150 for a neck and £100 for the body. Everything probably does sort of fit together like Lego, and you'll end up with a sort of decent guitar. Whereas if you're buying anything other than that, you maybe need to shave a wee bit off here. There's actually a skill in assembling it rather than just dunk dunk, there we go. There's more to it than that. But this one plays quite well. So I was out today. Just the reason for my quick video, I've got a quicker video coming up tomorrow. I got a present from my pal Alan. It's like pure It's like, I remember when this came out and I never bought it because I wouldn't buy a graphic novel, so it'd be interesting. I'll get something to read about baby metal, so that should be fun. And also, off him there, he just got this in a charity auction, which I've had a wee look at it. He should here at the camera. Not actually. This thing is, whoa, let's look at this. But when actually when we were looking at it, it was out in the rain, so I should probably just as well took it out there to try and wipe it off a little bit. That maybe take off some of the dirt. But yeah, so this is what do you say, it was an Ural or something like that's to make. But it's got lots of exciting bits going on about it. Kind of looks like I'm seeing a bit of an Ibanez Iceman going on there, maybe. Like an upside down Iceman. It's got like a Yamaha Samurai headstock. It's got pickups which, I mean, I don't know, look at the design on them. And it's got like a sparkly scratch plate, 4 knobs, don't know what they do yet, 3 switches. I assume these are just turns on the pickups, and what do these switches do? Well, we don't know. In fact, I don't even know if it works. So I have a wee bit of a preview, plug it in, see if it works straight out, because it might. It's just in for a general setup, so I mean, is it just going to work straight off? Whoa, right. And not exactly in tune, I wouldn't say, but I mean, it's getting sound. Miles up tune. So that's, I'll be thinking that's the neck pickup. I'll just play one string, so I've seen as one, you can't be out of tune if there's only one string. About the middle pickup, maybe? Yep. And then that bit the bridge pickup. Yep. So the pickups work. Yeah, so this is what happened. Beautiful, beautiful. Yeah, so this coming next week, look at that. That line there. That was a crazy looking thing. I'm looking forward to making this work. It's got a really, really baseball bat neck and a really bizarre bit here. See the neck, there's a sort of extra bit, so when you come up to the high cutaway bit, you've got like another bit. It's kind of really strange. Never seen anything like this before. Mad looking thing. Even, you know, every part in this is Russian, so it's, yeah, and there's lots of information on the back plate, it being all in Russian. So I mean, maybe actually once I get this up and running, I should maybe run it through the Sovtech, because maybe that's what kind of amp you would have if this was in. I'll do a wee bit of research to find out what it is before go any further. So rock on and enjoy the festive period. I've started watching Star Wars again. I didn't get very far into the Star Wars one. I got all excited about the Mandalorian. If you've not watched the Mandalorian, then I'd give that a wee go. It's basically proper Star Wars a little bit. It's more than I was never really that keen on the prequels, and I'm really pretty much not keen on the sequels. This is kind of like the best thing since the good films, I think. So I decided, since I've got my pal, it's got the Disney Plus thing, and I've got a shot of that. I decided to watch all the films again, sort of in order. So I started with the Solo story, which I actually quite enjoyed. It's alright. Had to turn the brightness in the telly up to full so I could actually see anything. Rogue One is pretty good as well, and then that's me now on to this. But it's like kind of, I wasn't in the mood when I started watching it. I think it was actually last night I was watching it, and you're kind of like, because I used to watch that in video when I was like 3 or something like that, when videos first came out. I pretty much know every single word, and it's maybe not that exciting to watch. I keep noticing bits that are different, when they change things about, put in extra CGI and stuff like that. So this will be a fun video for during the week at some point. Ural or Urai or something like that to make. I don't know, it's not written in English on it anywhere, but it's definitely an interesting thing. The guy who actually bought this plays in an Anthrax tribute band, and it's like, well, it'd be interesting trying to play Anthrax on this. It might do it. Who knows? It's so far out of tune I can't even play one string stuff on it. Rock on.